DETV News is powered by DART, Delaware's transit service. Moving forward.
Tonight, Delaware's Medicaid spending has skyrocketed, and experts are asking, is the first state facing an addiction to Medicaid? Plus, cannabis controversy. New marijuana business rules spark debate in Dover and Milford, what it means for local entrepreneurs. And political shakeups. Democrats select nominees for 2 key Delaware Senate seats. Who's running and what's ahead? Those stories and much more coming up tonight on DETV News. Good evening and welcome to this DETV News Brief for Wednesday, December 11th. I'm Matt Ford. Thanks so much for being with us this evening. Let's take a look at what's making headlines today across the first state. For the second time in 1 month, a constable's gun accidentally discharged in a Delaware school. Luckily, no one was hurt in either incident. The latest happened Tuesday in the Milford School District, but officials did not say exactly which school was involved. The district said on Facebook that the gun fired in a private staff workroom away from students and in instructional areas. An earlier incident on November 7th at Stanton Middle School in Newcastle County occurred when a constable's firearm went off while he adjusted his holster in a hallway. No injuries were reported there either. Both incidents are under investigation, and district officials assured families that constables do receive regular training and certification. Speaking of schools, the Christina School District Board has hired a national firm to search for a new superintendent 1 day after their current superintendent, Dan Shelton, filed a $2.7 million lawsuit against them. The board selected Ray and Associates to lead the search. Board Vice President Alethea Smith Tucker said the timing is critical as the school year reaches its midpoint, citing the competitive hiring cycle for top education roles. Board President Donald Patton supported the decision, rejecting claims from board member Monica Mayork, who voted against the hire and called for more public input. Patton dismissed her objections as a delay tactic. Ray and Associates is also leading a superintendent search for the Capital School District, Shelton's former employer. And Democrats in 2 Delaware State Senate districts chose nominees this week for upcoming special elections. Dan Cruz will run in District 1, replacing Congresswoman-elect Sarah McBride, who joins the U.S. House on January 3rd. Ray Siegfried was selected for District 5. That's where Lieutenant Governor Kyle Evans-Gay vacates her seat on January 21st. Newcastle County Democratic Chair Kat Caudle and Wilmington Chair Cassandra Marshall say that they are open to an open primary, as suggested by Governor-elect Matt Meyer, but criticized party members opposing the current process. They emphasized the need to elect Democrats who expand voter access and rejected claims of secrecy in the nominations. Dates for the special elections have not yet been announced. And staying with politics now, Governor-elect Matt Meyer has announced the nomination of Charuni Patibana Sanchez as Delaware's next Secretary of State. Patibana Sanchez, currently Newcastle County's General Manager of Land Use, brings a diverse background in administrative, land use, and regulatory law, as well as experience in economic development projects. A lifelong Delawarean, she served as the county's Economic Development Director before transitioning to her current role. If confirmed, her priorities include strengthening Delaware's corporate franchise structure and fostering collaboration between government and constituents for lasting change. And Dover City Council has passed strict ordinances to regulate marijuana businesses, voting 8-1 this week. The rules limit cannabis operations to Route 13 with buffers of 750 feet for cultivation, testing, and manufacturing, and 500 feet for retail near homes and schools. One business, which is named Puffster, was denied permission to transition to marijuana retail due to its downtown location, while competitor business called Best Buds received approval. That sparked some criticism from Puffster owner, who called the decision discriminatory. Down in Milford, the City Council introduced 2 proposed ordinances. One of them allows cultivation and testing in industrial zones but bans retail, while the other permits retail with some restrictions. Milford Mayor said that it's too early to predict the city's stance. He says that public hearings are planned in the coming weeks. And on the same topic, marijuana was also on the agenda for the Newcastle County Council this week, which approved new rules for recreational marijuana retail locations Tuesday night, despite limited control under state law. With the state's 2025 rollout, Council can only regulate retail shop placement. Council voted 9-2-1 to enforce a 1-mile distance between stores plus a 1,000-foot buffer from schools, churches, daycares, and other sensitive areas. Councilwoman Janet Kirkpatrick emphasized public safety, while Councilman Jay Street voiced concern, calling the measures insufficient and citing complaints about secondhand smoke. The new rules allow shops in malls and shopping centers, but they do prohibit residential use. We're going to take a quick pause from today's headlines to check in with our Shakira Denise to see if this pesky rain is here to stay for the second half of the week. Hey there, Shakira.
DETV News Weather is brought to you by Real Life Prosthetics. Live life fully with Real Life Prosthetics. Your ability is our mission.
Hey there, Matt. Well, I actually have good news for everyone. Mother Nature has advised that the sunshine is coming and the rain will be out of here. What's up, DETV fam, and happy Wednesday. We definitely had a rainy evening. There were wind gusts and some chilly temperatures, but Thursday is looking to be much different. Tomorrow, the sun takes center stage. It'll be sunny but cold with a high near 39 degrees. Winds will remain breezy with gusts up to 25 miles an hour. So if you will be outdoors or getting that walk or run in, don't forget your hat and gloves and the coat because you will need it. Have a great one, everyone. Back to you, Matt.
Hats, coats, and gloves. Got it. Shakira, thank you very much. We'll see you next time. To police news now, where Delaware State Police say the driver involved in a hit and run at Route 4 and Melrose Road, get this, is related to the victim. 38-year-old John Arce allegedly struck a man who was his cousin in the gas station parking lot last Wednesday, then allegedly stole the victim's wallet before running off. Well, the victim hospitalized with serious injuries is a family member of the man. After turning himself in on Friday, he is being held at the Howard Young Prison on charges of assault, robbery, reckless endangerment, and weapons possession. State police are also arresting 4 individuals in connection with a burglary at Metro Investigations in Newark on December 8th. The suspects, 19-year-old Zafoni Mace, 17-year-old female, and 2 males, their ages are 16 and 17, were linked to the break-in after state troopers responded to a report of trespassing at the fence property. Investigators learned that the suspects cut through the fence, broke into an office, and stole vehicle keys. Mace and the others were later apprehended. With the stolen vehicle was identified. All suspects face felony charges, including burglary, theft, and conspiracy. In more police news, troopers have arrested 3 17-year-old men from Harrington in connection with a strong-arm robbery at Shore Stop in Felton that happened on November 28th. The suspects apparently attacked a 17-year-old victim in the store's parking lot, stealing his property before running off. The victim was luckily unharmed. The 3 suspects were charged with robbery in the 2nd degree, conspiracy in the 2nd degree, as well as offensive touching. 2 suspects were released on bond, while 1 remains in detention tonight. To health news now, where Medicaid spending here in the first state has more than doubled since 2012, reaching $3.3 billion in fiscal year 2023, as nearly a quarter of Delawareans are covered by the program. However, experts say the program's expansion under the Affordable Care Act has not improved care quality. Officials with the Cesar Rodney Institute argue that Medicaid recipients face limited access to care because many doctors simply cannot afford to accept Medicaid patients. This is especially true in subspecialties like dermatology. Critics, including House Minority Leader Tim Dukes, say the growing program is straining Delaware's budget. Well, with new leadership underway next month in Dover, the future of Medicaid reform remains uncertain. And Mark Saunders has been appointed as Rehoboth Beach Commissioner, filling the seat vacated by Don Preston, who you may remember resigned last month. Rehoboth Mayor Stan Mills nominated Saunders, and the Board of Commissioners approved the appointment. Saunders was sworn in a special meeting earlier this week. His term runs through September of 2026. Saunders previously served on the Rehoboth Beach Homeowners Association board for 6 years. Preston, who resigned after less than a year in office, cited frustration in a resignation email to Mayor Mills, saying, quote, I don't see a path to my high hopes. Preston's resignation and Saunders' subsequent appointment comes just on the heels of controversy earlier this year surrounding the hiring of Rehoboth Beach's new city manager, who makes $250,000 as a base salary with another $750,000 in the form of a forgivable loan. A lawsuit has since been filed that seeks to cancel the city's employment contract with their new city manager. And finally tonight, some sweet news for you. Krispy Kreme is spreading holiday cheer with its annual Day of Dozens on December 12th. That's tomorrow, mark your calendars, offering a free dozen original glazed donuts with the purchase of any dozen at a regular price. Customers can get up to 2 free dozens, perfect for mending work or school relationships this December. Alongside this, Krispy Kreme is celebrating with its Season of Merry Grinchmas donut collection, I can say that well, featuring fun treats inspired by How the Grinch Stole Christmas, including the Grinch Donut and Santa Belly Donut. Interesting. Don't miss out on these special sweet offerings. Sounds like I'm heading to Krispy Kreme tomorrow. That's going to do it for this edition of DETV News. Don't forget to follow us all along your favorite social media platforms for updates on what's happening all around our great state of Delaware. And of course, if you have a question, comment, news, or sports tip, we want to hear from you. Contact us. That address is press@detvch.com. For Shakara and all of us here at DETV News, I'm Matt Ford. We'll see you right back here next time. Good night. We don't talk about prostate cancer enough, and it's the most diagnosed form of cancer and the second most common cause of cancer death among Black men in both Delaware and the United States. Approximately 1 in 8 men will be diagnosed with prostate cancer in their lifetime, but just by asking your healthcare provider if you should get a screening could help you detect prostate cancer early and save your life. So let's talk about it. Talk to your healthcare provider today about a prostate cancer screening if you are 40 years of age or older, or have a family history of prostate cancer. If you don't have insurance, or if your insurance doesn't pay for cancer screenings, Screening for Life may provide you with the screenings that you need, and Nurse Navigators make this process easier. To learn more, visit healthydelaware.org/prostate or call 211. Ask your healthcare provider about a prostate cancer screening, and you're asking for so much more.
My name is Jason Aviles, and I am the founder and owner of Fly Yogi, and I'm here to share with you some tips to be able to help fight opioid addiction. Opioid addiction is a real growing problem here in America, and I'm here to share with you some tips that you can be able to integrate into your everyday life to really fight against opioid addiction. One of the first things is redeveloping your mindset. One of the practices that I like to use daily is meditation. And what meditation does is it brings you clarity of mind, and it helps keep you grounded, and it improves your ability to make decisions that you are going to benefit from. A lot of the time we find that addiction is rooted in our mindset. It's rooted in how we think and how we perceive, and therefore how we act. So this is a really good way to help fight against that energy of addiction. The second thing is improving your lifestyle through diet and exercise. At the very root of addiction, there is substances within the body that's causing the addiction on a physical level. When we begin to introduce healthier foods, plant-based foods, we begin to remove and detox the substances that are in our body that's causing and attracting the addiction. So through incorporating more fresh fruits, vegetables, nuts, seeds, grains, and even drinking water on a daily basis, you're going to put your body in a state where it's going to be able to fight the root causes of these addictions. The second part is exercise. Exercise is good for mood. It's good for energy. It's good to increase vitality. It's good to get your heart pumping and get your blood flowing and get oxygen moving throughout the body. So through engaging in physical exercise, complemented by incorporating healthier foods, you're putting your body and your mind in a state where it does not want what's causing these things that are manifesting negatively in your life. So addiction can really be decreased by just incorporating a healthier lifestyle through diet and nutrition, exercise, and then also making sure that you're tackling the mind through mindset, through meditation.